what we is not fixing to do. That's what we doing. What we doing is going over what we not fixing to do. That's what we're doing. Welcome in, welcome in. Hey Twilight. Hey Sammy. Sweet Sativa. Hey hey. Back from vacay. Into a shit show. Hello, Marlena. What am I doing? I am here to tell them what they are not finna do. Hey, Okie. Hey, Lindsay. Oh, thank you, sweet Sativa. I was swimming like a little fishy. Hello, Nicole B. Hello, y'all. Hello, come on in. I know y'all hate this format, but Deets hasn't been in the DMs today, and I couldn't get the StreamYard passcode. So, listen. If you back out of this and add my stream to watch later and go and access it from your watch later list, it will change it back to the original landscape of chat. Oh, yes, that pool is wonderful. Thank you, thank you. Okay, so what we are not fixing to do. Okay, so apparently there was something sent in Queen Bee's back chat, her private chat, and it has been blamed on Center, Troll Investigates, BJ, and now me. Because if I wouldn't have got a FOIA on Queen Bee, that message would have never been left in her back chat. Get the fuck out of here. Miss me with that bullshit. What? First off, what the fuck do I got to do with it? What the fuck does my FOIA got to do with somebody jumping up in your back chat and trolling the fuck out of you and saying some egregious fucking shit? It ain't got nothing to do with me. It ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I've been doing this morning? Actually, this afternoon, because we slept until 1 o'clock. We got up and we've had coffee for the past 2 hours. Talked on the phone to my mom for like one of those hours with Tony. Like, ain't nobody fucking, no. Fuck you and fuck that bullshit. You are not gonna keep blaming everything on me. I did the FOIA on you. Get the fuck over it. You're telling Brittany J to get the fuck over it, so you get the fuck over it. I said I was wrong for it and I wouldn't do it again, and I haven't done it again. Get the fuck over it. I FOIA'd you. But you are not going to blame me for every fucking bad thing that happens to you on this internet. And Just Murray, I seen you in the chat saying I still have something to do with Center, that I'm in his chats. I've been in his chat one time since his appearance on Brittany J's stream, and it was to call him out about some shit he said, because it's the same shit he did to me. You want to talk about how it's fucked up for people to make stuff on you? Up on you? Yeah. I went in his chat and said, yeah, it does fucking suck to have something put on you that doesn't belong to you. That's all I said. He said, well, I ain't got time today, but maybe we could debate it later. And I told him to let me know when he's ready, because I am owed an apology. Because I didn't send him all the documents he released. And that is in fact what he said. I disavowed Center after his appearance on Brittany J's, not even after him and Funya Nunya got into it. I was still trying to support him after him and Nunya got into it. That appearance and what he did and the shit he said on Brittany J's panel and Brittany J allowing it was a fucking problem. And then after you make that appearance on Brittany J's, you then throw me under the bus and lie on me. That's when I said I'm pulling my support. Because basically you just showed me you're willing to do the same thing Queen's done. Lie. This is fucking insane. I pulled my support from center for my own fucking reasons. Nothing to do with Queen B. Nothing to do with Brittany J. For my reasons. I choose not to support the shit that happened on Brittany J's panel. That's it. That's all. Whoever the fuck did that in Queen B's back chat should be ashamed of themselves. They won't be, though, because that's why they're trolls and they're so full of fucking hatred. I can't stand the bitch, and I would never, ever do something like that. She likes to fool everybody and make everybody think that I FOIA'd her to get to her children. She's out of her godforsaken fucking mind. I FOIA'd you to prove you were a liar, and I did just fucking that. Was I wrong for letting Center see the report? Abso-fucking-lutely. I'll take that. I'll eat it. I'm built like that. But anything past that, you can fuck off. The FOIA is it. That shit left in your back chat should be investigated and figured out. And I hope that you do it, Queen. I ain't here to speak for everybody else you fucking blamed. And your chat fucking blamed. I'm here to speak for me. Because I'm standalone Jones. And that's what I'm about. Me. If they want to confront you about you blaming that shit on them, that's their business. That's their priority, not mine. But what I am going to stand up for is me, always. And you will not put that on me. You and your chat are saying, this all comes back to JoneS'N's FOIA. Shut the fuck up. That's what you want it to be. That's why you keep saying it. Fucking brainwashing these motherfuckers, and they're too goddamn stupid to see it. Yeah, let's not forget to mention that part. The first half of your live, you got Cappy up there, or the first eighth of your live, because I don't know, you were still live when I went live, but the first eighth of your live, you've got Cappy up there. You show her what just was sent to you in your back chat, which was actually sent to you when it was just you up there, not you and Cappy. Then, so you post it and you bring awareness to the fact that, or I don't know, I guess you tried to bring awareness to the fact that people troll like this. People do shitty shit like this. And you kind of just laughed it off and talked a little shit about it. But instead of really bringing awareness to what kind of foul human being would do that, you just blaming everybody and their goddamn mamas. That shit was fucked up to be put in your back chat. But you started off by bullshitting about it. Made sure you set that goal, didn't you, bitch? You made sure you set that goal. Then others come up and you start crying about it. What? But you made sure to set that goal while you and Cappy were laughing about it. Miss me with the bullshit. Miss me with the bullshit. Not only is the shit bad that was put up in your back chat, but then you decided to grift and sadfish for it. The fuck out of here, bro. Yeah, that shit was fucking disgusting. You should have shown it and, said your piece on it and moved on and actually done something about it instead of sitting up there wanting sympathy and pity. It was gross. Do something about it then. Right, Remy, it's bad enough all on its own. You don't need to use it to sadfish. Bro, it's... Miss me. Oh, I cannot. I've been holding my tongue. They have been blaming me for every fucking thing. Why? They're not blaming me for specific things. They're blaming me for everything. My fucking FOIA was the beginning to everything. No, if anything, my fucking FOIA was the beginning to other FOIAs, other people feeling like, okay, well, let me FOIA. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll eat that. But outside of that, that FOIA ain't responsible, and I'm not responsible for anything else. You try to make every goddamn disparaging thing that goes on in your life about me and the FOIA I did. Fuck out of here. Take some fucking responsibility. Self-reflect a little bit, bitch. Yeah, you want to sit there and fucking blame everybody. What you should be doing is talking to StreamYard and calling your police department. That's what you should be doing. Blaming people to support their narrative makes it stink to high heaven. Yeah, let's not even go into the fact that the second message on there don't even match the first one. It's not the right font size. It's bold. You already got me looking at it like, oh, this is fucked up if it really happened. But hold up. Why does it look like that? But instead of, using it to announce online and bring awareness to the fact that people are so full of hate that they're willing to troll in this way, you use it for self-gain. Okay, bitch. Keep blaming me, and I'm going to keep standing up for myself. I'm over the bullshit. You cannot blame me and my FOIA for every fucking little thing. What you and Center got going on now is between you and Center. I removed myself. Yeah, after the message in the Discord she tried to pull yesterday, that's a goddamn DM, and you fucking knew it. You fucking knew it, and you still tried to pass it off as if it was a conversation being had in my Discord. The fuck out of here. That was a private conversation between Yep and somebody else. I suggest instead of blaming me and putting shit on me that don't belong to me, you do some investigation work and figure out who the messages were between. Yep and who. Because that's where your kids' pictures were being circulating. If they were circulating at all. Because you said that wasn't a picture of your daughter, and I know it wasn't a picture of your daughter. It's not a fucking joke anymore, Frenchie. Like, I understand you hate me, Queen, but get off my goddamn nuts. I ain't doing shit. All I done is called out y'all's hypocrisy. Y'all big mad about that. The hypocrisy of, oh, well, I don't think Rakin did it for malicious reasons. No, she told us why she did it. Was to prove a bitch was a liar, which is the same reason I FOIA'd you. Sorry if you don't like, your own words being shown. I don't know what you want me to tell you about it. Right, Remy. It is our responsibility to protect our own children. If your kids are being put in danger, log off and protect your kid, period. I don't care who it is. It's a parent's job always. It absolutely is. And you talking about, you're crying and nervous and people are offering to pay for you a hotel for you and the girls are scared. The girls shouldn't know anything. Because I'll tell you right now, Caden don't know anything about being called a fuckstick or about his fucking bus stop or his papa's address being doxed. Caden don't know a fucking thing. Well, I know Community T, but I mean, that's what I'm saying. If me just making videos showing that y'all are full of shit, y'all have crucified me for a year now, since November, about my FOIA request. And then you sit here and pat the ass of another real lifer that did the same thing. Miss me with that bullshit. Of course I'm going to call that shit out. Because y'all look silly as fuck. Y'all look like a bunch of clowns. I would never. No, Kaden knows nothing. That's why I get quiet when I talk about it. I would never allow him to know any of this bullshit that goes on here. It's fucking wild. It's crazy, and it's not for kids to know. But that's my responsibility to take care of him and to make sure he knows what he needs to know and doesn't know what he doesn't need to know. That's my responsibility. But somebody coming and leaving an atrocious fucking message like that in the back of your StreamYard, and the first thing you think to do is blame everybody else and then say, well, it all comes back to JoneS'N's FOIA. Fuck out of here. I will continue to stand up for myself in that regard. I am trying so hard to be a better person every single day, to not fuck up in the same way. All my fuck ups have been brand new fuck ups. Why? Because I take where I fuck up and I learn from it. I am trying daily to make sure I stick on the right path. And for you to condemn me for the past fucking year about this FOIA, and still today blaming everything that happens to you on my FOIA, no, bitch, it's your reckless behavior. It's your own reckless behavior, and it's about goddamn time somebody tells you. What do you mean? So I'm just confused when she could remove the link. And we're all hypocritical. Don't get me wrong. The only reason I'm focused on calling out what they're saying right now in terms of this FOIA is because I've been condemned for the past year. Fuck out of here. I absolutely am going to speak up on that. If you don't like it, I'm sorry. You got an issue? Here's you a tissue, bitch. I'm going to speak out on what I want, and you're going to continue to lie. That's just what it is. Because you're fucking obsessed, bitch. Well, yeah, I agree, Frenchie, and that's a lot of the problem. Is she's saying it, she's feeding that narrative, and they're just soaking it all in. And it's like, and the subs make things 100 times worse. I can't tell you, when I was screen recording, I was screen recording the beginning of her live with her and Cappy, and all I see 5 hours later, currently in her live chat scrolling by, is JoneS'N did. JoneS'N, this is JoneS'N's fault. Fuck you. It is not my fault. I will take accountability where it is my fault. That's it. Anything past that, you're fucking out of your mind. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for the super chats and the flowers. Thank y'all so much. I'm sorry. I'm heated. I'm just rolling, bro. Just rolling. Thank you, Frenchie. I forgot to thank you. Whew. Thank you, Holly S. No, you can blame me forever, Remy, but recognize where your faults are and what you've done wrong in things. Instead, it's just all JoneS'N. It's all JoneS'N. God damn it, snowed yesterday. Guess whose fault it is? It's JoneS'N. I'm over that shit. Oh, yeah, Deets, B10 bringing you up, too. I didn't get to listen to it yet, but... Like, they cannot leave us be. Just because we have an opinion on the current situation going on, get over it. Have your opinions too, but you're straight out fucking lying. Threats were sent to rape minors, and I'm making this about me? No. Queen made it about me, bitch. Go catch up. Do some work. That's why I'm live, because Queen made it about me. She ain't even tripping on the fucking text. She just wants to make sure everybody knows that it all comes down to JoneS'N's FOIA. The fuck out of here. Right, Deets? Hey, country. Zero Jules, you're supposed to be logged off. What are you doing, girl? Like the fucking whatever was left in her back chat is pretty fucking awful. Like, that is something to be upset about, right? So go be upset and do what you need to do in regards of taking care of it, instead of sitting here pointing the finger and blaming everybody and their mama that you don't factually know had anything to do with it. Because I can promise you one thing, I ain't got shit to do with it, and neither does my fucking FOIA. Yeah, laughing about it and then crying about it later. Fuck out of here. After she set that goal. I mean, you ain't fucking spinning me, bitch.
How did Pinocchio find out he was made out of wood?
How did what now?
How did Pinocchio find out he was made out of wood?
How did Pinocchio find out he was made out of wood? I don't know if I want to know the answer to that.
His right hand caught on fire.
I don't get it. Oh my God. Hey, will you bring me a drink?
Wow.
You can always count on Tony. I'm all fired up and he comes in here with a joke. I'm ready to throw some shit, man. Thanks for that.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate it.
I got another one that's probably not YouTube appropriate.
Okay, yeah, no, don't say it if it's not YouTube appropriate. No, she's Nunya, she said. Hold on, Tony's whispering the joke to me. Hold on. Stop. Take your ass on. Okay, no, Nunya. The stream was not ended right then. It actually has gone 5 more hours. Did she screenshot the person who put it in there? No, she said she did. Like, they jumped in there and typed that. Ow. Tony, stop. He's telling me dirty jokes. Anyways, she said they jumped up there. It was when she was up there by herself. She said they jumped up there, put the message in, and then jumped back out before she could see who it was. Right, it's gross as fucking wrong. Now go handle it. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Get it together.
She didn't see who the account was. I think she said that she is contacting StreamYard to find out who it was, or if they can tell her who it was, which I implore her to do. Like, handle it correctly, right? But how is handling it correctly just going off the cuff, blaming whoever the fuck you want to blame? She specifically is blaming Brittany J, Troll Investigates, and Thinner for being one of the, whoever it was that jumped up there and typed that. She's blaming one of those 3. But then I'm overall to blame because I did my FOIA. Well, there's a lot of things about the screenshots that I questioned, but who am I? So there should be, all you have to do is verify the account when they come in. Yeah, it doesn't show your back chat without your name with it. So, I don't know, but also the screenshot is in the Discord if y'all want to see it. The text doesn't, like, the font matches, but one stands out more than the other. So there's a few things wrong with it that I can't figure out. Yeah, BJ wouldn't do that. Um, yeah, she has been, Deets. She has been. Ain't no telling who it was, but I do hope she can figure it out because that shit needs to be known. Who is so atrocious and so fucking stupid and nasty to think going up there and typing something like that is okay? It's never okay, no matter whether you hate somebody or not. It's just not okay. Well, her first reaction was to clown it with Cappy, and then when other people got up there, it was hold on. First, she clowned it with Cappy, and she was upset about it. She was like, "That's just fucked up." But they were clowning and having a good time, and then she set a goal, and then Cappy jumped down. Other people jumped up, and then she was crying about it. So, oh, Deets, I've had some bad shit said to me in the back of the string yard. Yeah, yeah. All you can do is document, report, and block trolls that are vile like that. Absolutely. But instead of, her just focusing on how to take care of that, it's let's blame everybody. It's like I said, the part I was recording was at the beginning of her live, but she was still live, so the live chat was still rolling. And 5 hours later, they're still in there blaming JoneS'N. It's JoneS'N. It's JoneS'N. It's JoneS'N. JoneS'N ain't got shit to do with shit. JoneS'N was having coffee with her husband. That's what JoneS'N was doing. JoneS'N was picking up fuzz from a pillow that the new puppy destroyed. That's what JoneS'N was doing. You're getting live time reaction. I seen that shit. I struck up a live. Yeah, no, no, I agree, Remy. Thank you. No, we ain't blaming anybody else. No, if I don't want it put on me, I don't want it put on anybody else either. Hakuna Matata, did you seen the name? I didn't see the name in that screenshot. Yeah, and all the money rolled in, which I don't pocket watch. Y'all know I'm not here for that, but it did catch me off guard that you're up here clowning it with Cappy. Then you set a goal, and then shortly after setting the goal, you on there crying. It did kind of. It was like, whoa, you know. It could have been anyone. But if there's a way to find out who it was, I absolutely support her in doing that. She should. But when does it stop? When does it stop? When do you stop blaming every fucking problem you have on the YouTube streets on me and my FOIA? And if not my FOIA, still me for snaking you in the first place. When are you going to stop using the same shit to constantly put on me? Well, that's exactly why I went live, Nunya, because it was like, no, this is not right. And I'm not here to speak for Sinner or Troll or BJ. If they have a problem with them being blamed, they have their channels. They have a way to speak out on it. I am here for me. And blaming me ain't the way to go. You can't blame me for, I mean, I guess you can, but you look fucking crazy. What are y'all talking about, Deetsy? Yeah, StreamYard shows the date, the time, and the name, I think. Newsflash, blah, blah, blah. Trolls come in to stir shit. It's what they do. I'm surprised as long as she's been around and some of the gross shit we have seen in back chat from trolls to be that upset. But who knows? Well, she has said that. She said, you know, I've been streaming 5 years. People know who I am. I've dealt with shit like this. And she has. And I'm not saying she shouldn't be hurt about this one. I'd be hurt and upset about somebody saying that in my back chat. All I'm saying is stop fucking blaming everybody else and get to the root of who did it. Figure it out. Yeah, they have Remy. Trolls have like that. Okay, Jones in the name is in the screenshot. Deets will tell you. Okay. When BJ said it was them who called CPS, they were outraged since she did not know at that time. It's wrong to blame any and everyone when you don't know, period. Right. Like, and that's the whole reason, because Murray's line and saying that I'm still all up in Center's chat. I've been to Center's chat one time since I disavowed him after his show on Brittany J's panel. And that was to tell him, yeah, it fucking sucks to have things put on you that don't belong to you. That was calling him out because he lied on you and me. It sucks to have things put on you that don't belong to you, period. No matter who you are. They didn't like it when the CPS stuff was being blamed on them. They didn't like it when the cry bully stuff was being blamed on them. They didn't like it. So what makes you think I'm going to sit here and twiddle my thumbs and be totally fine with you fucking putting that shit on me all the time? It's not going to happen. You going to keep doing it. I'm going to keep fucking standing up for me. Can you report a comment in the back chat? I'm not sure. I never did. I just, you know what? They're just there. I block them from the StreamYard. But the messages just stay there. I ain't never really messed with them. Well, that's what I'm saying, Demon. Is it's wrong. What was put up in her back chat was wrong. She has every right to be upset. What she doesn't have a right to do is point the fingers and blame everybody. That's not fair. If me looking up your FOIA or doing a FOIA on you was wrong, then Rakin doing a FOIA on Brittany was wrong. If Center sharing the FOIA I got was wrong, then Granny sharing the FOIA she got was wrong. You know, like, it's just keep the same energy across the board. She might have called the cops. I don't know. All I heard her saying was she was currently reaching out to StreamYard, I think. I agree, Zero Jules. One rule for all. Simple. Hey, Six Up. Well, they said it looks like somebody that used to troll, and I can't remember who they said. In Purple's back chat, I think they said. I agree, Demon Chihuahua. I agree. I can't.
Did you show your mom? Show your mom.
Pop the shit out of it.
Sorry, hold on. Puberty problems going on over here.
I just popped it.
Oh my goodness, that thing was huge.
It is done. It's still going.
Gross. Can we not?
Why she told it?
Go. Well, I heard her saying, like, if you can support Center after, I don't know who she was talking about. BJ. She was saying, you can support Center after all the foul shit he says, then you're just, a piece of shit. And I'm thinking, will you say some of the same kind of foul shit? I don't support Center any longer, but I also don't support you, and you say just as fucked up shit. I know, right, Remy?
What's that one disease you can get from volcanic ash?
Right. I agree, sweet sativa. Like,
That's bullshit.
No, it's not. Search it up.
why not? Why not everybody? Like,
Shut up.
it might could go somewhere. I'm not sure it would go somewhere good, but why not, click the link and have conversations? People don't want to. Center invites her to his, and then she invites him to hers, and neither one of them click a link.
What?
Stigmatism or some shit?
Alopecia, you know?
The name of the troll is the first sentence next to the time. Hold on. Let me go look at this. Oh, the first sentence is the name. So the part talking about, okay. And then the second part, that's why it looks different. That's why the second part is bold. So the first part of that is the name. Wow. Dear anti BJ and BJ community, y'all can have at it. You've all made it so there are no boundaries. We here in the opinion community remain within boundaries signed management. And there's a time I didn't. I went outside the boundaries, but I'm learning. And I don't repeat the same mistake twice. That's one thing I can say for myself. Like, I take it and I learn from it. And I'm trying to be a better person who doesn't let my anger and my hatred blind me to where I will step outside of the boundaries. Like, but y'all are making it okay to keep doing this shit to each other. And why is it okay for y'all to keep doing this shit to each other, right? But it's not okay for anybody on the outside watching it to have an opinion. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have an opinion. I know, right, Remy? Well, to cry about it after you laughed about it, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it hit her different after she just, hey, Hakab, after she sat on it. I don't know. Oh yeah, there's a troll going around with the name Rachel that claims to know Queen Bee in real life. That person I heard was in Center's chat. Um, yeah, that's not okay. If you see anything like that in here, just ignore it or get rid of them. Yeah, I agree. That's why I said Nunya. Like maybe she was laughing it off at first, and then after she sat with it for a minute, and other people came up there talking, maybe it hit her differently. Maybe. BJ seemed pretty chipper this morning, did she? Yeah, like, subs should never be afraid to chat anywhere in fear of, and have to be in fear of being retaliated on because of where they're chatting. But subs also have to, I hate to say it, but subs also have to try to not be so reckless with what they're saying, you know? Because, of course, creators have a right to get upset if there's subs saying reckless shit. I agree, Demon. Hey, Be Real. I don't know. I don't really watch BJ. I did watch her the other night. When was it? Last night? The first live she did, I listened to it. BJ made a community post. She doesn't appreciate being blamed either. Well, and she shouldn't, because when I was watching it and she said, is this how you feel, Brittany Jackson? I was like, what the hell does this got to do with BJ? I was so confused. And then soon after I realized, oh, this is blaming everybody, because Troll was then blamed and Center. And so I was like, what the fuck? No, I agree, Linda. I agree. But I'm just looking from, playing devil's advocate, gray gang, whatever. The gray space is not a great space to be in. But I don't know. Playing the gray side, maybe, I don't know. Maybe it just hit her differently later. Demon, her daughter was there and told about it. Why was she scared? Um, yes, that's what I heard. That I heard she was saying that her daughter was scared. Great gang, bang, bang. No, none you know, before I heard her say yesterday her kid was doing an assignment and had to Google parents and found out all that shit that's been said. She was doing an assignment and had to Google her own parents. Flash flooding yesterday. It was JoneS'N's fault. I can disagree all day long about her daughter knowing. I've said from the beginning, like, when she talked about how her daughter was scared she was being stalked, like, I've said from the beginning, she shouldn't even know any of this shit's going on. Yeah, I mean, again, if her daughter had to Google her mom, is she going to Google Queen Bee? Or is she going to Google Queen's name? Because I promise, if you Google Queen's name, YouTube stuff is not what comes up. Now, if you Google Queen Bee, YouTube stuff comes up. So if she was doing a project, which none of this really fucking matters, but if she was doing a project and had to look up her parents, then she would have had to look up their own name. And listen, it's not my problem that you're a menace to society. I don't know what to tell you about it. And just to clarify for B Tim, hey, B Tim, We're summoning you. Deets didn't Google her. I just remember when Jim Terry doxed her and showed the articles. Yeah, the articles are out there. And none of these people are in the algorithm on Google. No, none yet. I mean, like, would she Google, like, that don't make sense. But see, that's what I mean. She throws out those excuses of stuff, and people are just like not so intelligent as to brainstorm what was just said. If she said her daughter had to do a project in summertime and had to Google, let's take summertime out of it, period. Her daughter was doing a project and had to Google her parents, then she wouldn't Google Queen Bee, she would Google Queen's name. So that wouldn't work out. Yeah, the articles are going to come up on Google way before any YouTube drama with your screen name. That's what I'm saying, Deets. Hey, Cash. Thank you. I know. None. We get caught off on some little side quest. Like, really, that don't matter, but it seems to be a lie. But that's not my issue. My issue is being my FOIA, me and the FOIA I did on Queen being the blame for every fucking thing that happens to her. No, bitch. Take some self-reflection classes. Like, they offer courses, I'm sure you can find one. But you bring a lot of this onto yourself by fucking with people. So, and to say one person is dirtier than the next, no. You're just as nasty as Sinner. And honestly, Sinner has shown lately to be just as nasty as you. Because y'all don't know where to fucking stop. Y'all just keep going and going and going, tit for tat, tit for tat, tit for tat, and it gets worse and worse and worse. Much like what's going on with BJ right now. Like, look where it's come to. What was done to BJ was fucking wrong. If it was wrong for Queen, it was wrong for BJ. Hey, Twist. I knew she knew what she was doing, Trisha. I knew she did. Because I didn't need... anybody who listened to the live stream heard her talking about it at the beginning. She knew what was in that report. What'd Mom say? Oh, it was Deet's fault? So, is all of this Deet's fault or my fault? I'm getting confused now. Joe Mama tagging does not put him in the algorithm. Google it. It's not going to happen or be shown. It's not. Oh, no, Zen. Oh, no. That's so sad. Oh, he was talking about Deets going bald? Deets ain't going bald. I met her in person. She's got thick, luscious hair. God, I wish I had her hair. I feel a HOA blaming session's coming soon. Yep. Oh, no, Zen. That's so sad. It doesn't matter, Joe Mama. Even the threats of physical violence. That shit didn't need to be out there. It just didn't. The same way the report I got on Queen didn't need to be out there. Did it prove to me she lied? Yes. That's all I should... That's where it should have stopped for me. I shouldn't have shared it with anybody else. I agree, Frenchie. Thank you. He does love Deets. Irish, B. Tim did. I wish Deets would just go ahead and be friends with B. Tim because he really loves her and would give her all his time and attention. Who would want that? Don't wish that on our friend. No, Joe Mama. No. First off, and I don't want to tell anybody how to get the right FOIA that they were looking for on Brittany J, but FOIAing the calls to that residence is not going to get any incident reports she made on YouTubers. Sorry, not sorry. You didn't know what you were FOIAing. Hey, perfectly. No, the DV report they put out had nothing to do with BJ lying. What they wanted to do was prove that BJ was lying by showing that she did not call the police on YouTubers. Well, that's not how it works. Like, if she called and made it, like, you could say it this way. If you was to FOIA any calls that came through for my residence, you would have one call 12 years ago where we came home from vacation and the door was wide open. We called and had them come sweep the house because Dad was on midnights and he was asleep at the time. So we called them, they came and swept. That's what they would get, right? But if they were to FOIA incident reports made by Jessica Stapleton, they're going to get the incident report I have on Queen. So they didn't even FOIA the right shit. So they haven't proved that she's a liar. If they want to prove she was a liar, that's what they would have to do. Winnie, she said she hasn't asked for body cam footage, but was told who to contact if she wanted it. B. Tim, since I know you're creeping because all your favorite girls are here, you, sir, need to go touch some fucking grass. You condescending, rumor spreading piece of shit. Bitch. I put the bitch on the end of that. Perfectly said the rest. I did the bitch. Right. Happy holidays. They didn't even request what needed to be requested to show that she hasn't called them on YouTubers. Cletus read everything she asked for, and it was even body cam footage. Right, but did he on that request was there incident reports? Because I haven't seen that. You're gonna need to go back into witness protection deets. Beat him, girl. Like, why is he even bringing you up? Why is he even talking about your hair? Why? I don't understand any of this. Thanks, perfectly. Perfectly seconds the bitch part. Ha 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 ha. I would love to see that. If you Google his name, who? If I Google whose name? Yeah. Yeah, he does. He makes up shit like I'm over there supporting Turtle Boy. Never chatted there, you freak. Also, you piece of shit, stop talking about people's looks when your bitch ass doesn't even show yourself. That goes for all of them. Oh, you do, Irish? Oh, if you Google Craig's name, the police report comes up. Good question, Nunya. Imagine being a grown man who refuses to cam up and ragging on a woman's hair for or lack of hair. Yeah, imagine. Imagine, Allie. Let's see your hairline, you little weirdo. Thank you, Be Real. Sent a floating heart. That was cute. I didn't know. Like, somebody sent me, I think Holly sent me a flower earlier. The police report had been out. It just didn't have details like the FOIA did. Right. And Brittany J should also, because they didn't redact that FOIA the way they should have. So she absolutely should contact her police department and let them know, like, look, y'all giving this information out without redacting it correctly has really put me and my family in harm's way, because there are people on the internet going crazy. And then I would step away from the internet for a little bit. But remember, she can't. This is their income. That's where she's stuck between a rock and a hard place. Well, Irish, apparently she put out that video showing the text between her and Granny. There might have been some missing, but to me, the ones that could have been missing, there's no excuse of the ones that are shown, right? So the ones that were shown were bad enough, even if there were some missing in between. Well, Joe Mama, we specifically have called out uh Brittany J having someone do backgrounds on subs. We talked about that the other day. Like, that's weird. Like, you want to check where their money's coming from and make sure it's not coming from somewhere illegal. Okay, but I mean, I don't know. That's weird. I wouldn't want to check that. But we also stood up against what her and Kim allowed, or what she allowed to happen, about them talking about Clue's ex-husband and her daughter's situation. We said that was fucked up. It was foul and not right to do. Well, the same can be said for both. They're all doing fucked up shit now. And just what they're doing is they're all doing fucked up shit and pointing the fingers at each other. Like, no, there needs to be some self-reflection to see what we're allowing ourselves to do, the boundaries we're allowing ourselves to cross. And I believe that, sweet sativa. Right, Deets. Like, this is something, these are things we have spoke out about with Brittany J. But just because she's done those things, that's like saying, well, she signed herself into an injunction. She got herself into this. She deserves this. No, she was fucked up for signing herself onto an injunction that involved a missing child in general, period. But does she deserve this because she did that? No. No. This is way overboard. This is pettiness now. This is just who can be the nastiest. And it's like, can you force somebody to step away? No, I can tell you all day long. If you are worried for yours and your children's safety, you need to back up off the fucking internet. But it's hard to tell somebody that when this is their income. So then I go to, okay, well, just stop responding, stop looking, stop checking in on stuff, stop hearing. Like, completely take yourself away from it and don't show it any attention at all if you're going to stay. You're right, Frenchie, it is. That's what I was saying, Amethyst. Unless the missing text changed the fact that Granny Watching knew what the context was of the reports and the money exchange text, then the missing text do not really matter. That's what I was saying. Also, whoever put that comment, hold on, perfectly said. Also, whoever put that comment she was showing earlier is trash and should seek help because that is not okay. No, it's not. It's fucked up. That might be the case, Joe Mama, but we don't know that. I'm saying maybe y'all know stuff that I don't know pertaining to Brittany J, but I don't know what her income is other than YouTube. How do I know? Craig could get disability and not be able to work. Maybe his contribution is a disability check. Maybe it's a veteran check. I don't know. I don't know none of that, and I don't pretend to. Well, Demon Chihuahua, that's a counterproductive comment. That's a contradicting comment because that's what should be said, right? But we're here right now and I'm defending myself from being blamed. What should be said is it's just fucked up and wrong for anybody to go in there and put a comment like that in somebody's StreamYard. Period. But that's not what was done. What was done was blame. Yeah, I don't either, Nunya. I don't know all of that. I don't know, happy holidays. I just know that it's weird to ask anybody to look up any subs just because you want to know, where their money's coming from and to make sure it's not criminally obtained. Skirt. Did somebody? I hope y'all got it because I'm kind of scrolling through the comments quickly because I'm behind. Skirt. What we won't do is blame victims of DV for staying. Go fucking educate yourselves about DV statistics and how hard it is for people to leave. Don't do that here. Nope, we ain't doing that here. I hear that JoneS'N is to blame for all the things. Again, brand new information. Queen Bee ran Pearl off the internet. Oh, I can't wait to discuss that this week. I can't wait to hear y'all discuss it this week. Yes, Pearl DeVere, we are the problem still. I agree, Frenchie. Tony just took my cigarettes away. The screenshots are just to point the finger at the creators, but these people wanted to help until they didn't feel appreciated. Suddenly they have screenshots to prove everyone's a piece of shit. Yeah. Pearl, I was very upset when she said you couldn't get out of bed because you were sick. Maybe your chair was too far away? That bitch. It is weird, Stars. It absolutely is weird. I don't support that shit at all. Do not, do not. Why? It's the parasocial thing for me. That's where I feel like a lot of Brittany J's bullshit comes to the front. Like, you just be trusting anybody and everybody. People that come to your chats for a while, you mod them up. They become part of the mod group. It never works out, bro. It never works out. You should stop the messages private messages to you between you and your mods. That shit needs to stop. You need to run it like a channel, not a family, cuz that ain't what it is. No, I agree, Demon Chihuahua. It shouldn't matter. What should matter is what was put up there was wrong as fuck. And take the necessary steps to figure it out, right? I'm way behind. We slept all morning too, Deets. We woke up at 1 o'clock. You left them with me while I'm dealing with tense situations. Of course I'm going to smoke them. Simply, count me in. I'm sorry, I'm so behind in chat. Mom said you can go get that off her porch. I don't know. It's weird. Happy holidays. That whole thing is weird. Right, Hakab. Right. But I'm not allowed to say that. I'm not allowed to say the kid shit needs to stop. Because to hear it told, that's the whole reason I did the FOIA on Queen, was to get that information about her kids. She don't want to accept the fact that the reason I FOIA'd her was to prove she lied about reporting a video to her local police. That's what it is. And that's what it was about. But that's why I'm not allowed to say, no, the kid shit's off limits. Like, y'all are doing too much. Because she has people legit thinking that. No, I heard that, Bree. I heard her talking about the Rico thing. Right, Lindsay Lee. Yeah, they're everywhere. Well, I'm done now. I just wanted to go. I mean, I was heated at the beginning of this live. I've got it off my chest. I feel much better. And I'm going to go on about my productive ass day because I need to go vacuum my floors. But thank y'all for hanging and coming here to hear me out. Listen, I think what was put in your back chat, Queen, was horrible as fuck. I think you should absolutely do something about it. And when I say do something about it, I mean, take care of it and not blame everybody and their mama for it. Me and my FOIA on you have nothing to do with your kids, has nothing to do with what just happened in your back chat, has nothing to do with me, period. It's getting old. Everything coming back to the FOIA and JoneS'N is getting old, and people are going to start seeing it for what it is. You're fucking obsessed, bitch, and you need to get a life.